Hey guys, welcome back to the MatchBattlers video. Now, today, I have something pretty cool to show you. Remember my idea about, or no, I don't know, I don't even know what it was. But anyway, I was going to make like a different game mode, like a second game mode, or add something into MatchBattlers that made basically like MatchBattlers turn from like a TCG into like a tabletop card game or whatever, because it fits that more, right? You know how I was talking about that in a few videos. If you haven't seen it, um, I'll put a link in the description, but if you have, then you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you my idea in this video, and I think it's actually a pretty cool idea. It's pretty basic. It's a basic idea, but it's like I didn't, create it. I didn't go crazy with it, but I think it's pretty cool, and it definitely adds a lot more into the game. Definitely makes more, excitement in it. But anyway, so let me tell you what it is. So basically, I got three people here. I have George the Rogue, Heavy Armor Knight, and Brune Orc Soldier. That's not really too important right now. I don't know why. I should have showed you that later. But anyway, so my idea were classes for your battlers, and you can choose. Now, this is going to be like another like game mode, another like way to play. Now, it's not like it's not really like updating the original way to play. That's different from the one I'm showing, because there is actually differences between them. A big one being where player abilities, I'm not sure if player abilities are going to be in this other way of playing. In this other way, the health of your battlers are different. And speaking of your battlers, a deck has 3. In this new game mode, I'm thinking you might only need 1. Possibly 2, but most likely it's just going to be 1. And it would be better if it was played with more people. So basically, if you're playing with like 3 people, you would have 1 battler. But if you're doing like a 1-on-1, you would probably have 2. So that's like basically what I was thinking. So basically, there's less battlers, and there's probably not going to be player abilities in this. I'm still working on like exactly like how it's going to be played out. But anyway, let me show you some of this stuff. Now, these are what the cards are going to look like. They're not colored or anything, and they kind of look like the battle effect card, but it's not like exactly like an art, but it's kind of like a info card thing. But yeah, so there's 6 classes. There's the warrior class, and it actually gives a summary. So the warrior class summary is getting streaks will increase stats, improving attack and defense. So I mean, some of these summaries are pretty garbage. I gotta I gotta improve these summaries, because I mean, yeah, if it increases the stats, of course it's going to increase attack and defense. So that's kind of useless. But yeah, basically there is a summary for that. So getting streaks is great for the warrior. Actually, let's put it right here. And then the next class is the tank class, and the summary is that it has the highest defense capabilities of all the classes and can make large counterattacks. So the tank one, wow, that's really bright. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the tank class is actually like very strong. But anyway, then the summary of the rogue is that it has great attack, unexpected boost and traps for this battler to swoop in and assassinate its enemies. So, pretty cool. Actually, rogue is my favorite class. I think it's really cool. Anyway, the sorcerer class, spells and treasuries, more effects and more gold to gain magical strength. So as you can see, there is also another thing. There's treasuries now, and it costs gold. You know, a little bit of inspiration from Sail the Seas. Anyway, the next one is the Marksman. Make low power attacks and low amount of damage more deadly by buffing them. So this one's actually really strong. That's a really good class. Really for all point values, but better for like lowers, weaker cards. But anyway, then we have Disciple, which this one is a lot different from the rest of them, but support team members by boosting stats, become the supporter of the team. So Disciple is like better if you're playing with like, I would say, more people. If you're doing kind of like a team thing, maybe you have like 4 people playing and it's like 2-on-2, Disciple's good. or whatever. But actually, Disciple can be good in a 1v1 or whatever, because, I'm not really 100% sure with the rules for the second way to play. But if you do have 2 battlers, then actually Disciple actually can be good either way, no matter how many people you're playing with. But yeah, those are the 6 classes as of now. There can definitely be more. I just wanted to stick with just 6 for now. I don't really want to make too much. I just want to, I got to make sure this actually works or not. So, but yeah, I think this definitely is really cool. But there's actually some really cool things with these. You've probably already seen them. But the classes, we'll go with like Brune or Sorcerer. If Brune was a warrior, then every time he would roll, because MatchBattlers, you roll dice, that's like the most basic thing. Anyway, what am I talking about? So, when you roll for Brune for his attack, he would actually get 4 more, like instantly 4 more to his attack because of his class. So, I thought that was pretty cool. And actually, hold on, before I continue, I think it's pretty obvious, but these classes do make battlers different on the battlefield. So, like, for example, George and Heavy Armor Knight are both 3-point battlers. Their attacks both do the same amount of damage and everything. Point value, everything is basically the same. So, technically, they're just the same battler. But, of course, if George the Rogue was a rogue class, because, he is a rogue, and let's say Heavy Armor Knight was a tank, they're 2 different 3-point battlers now because they have different effects and different stat gains and everything. So I thought that was, a good thing to add into MatchBattlers. So that's why another reason I'm adding these classes as the second game mode thing. But anyway, game mode thing. But anyway, I said that twice. Here we go. Did I say this? No. And then if Brune were to roll for his defense, like if he's getting attacked, you would add 3 to his defense roll. So, pretty cool. And then his health is 40. So, Brune would have 40 health. Now, the health is actually different. And actually, the health, the way it works in this game mode, is that it's actually... Basically, I was thinking of making this the health in the beginning, but then I didn't. But now it's the health in this game mode, so it's pretty cool. And basically, the way the health works is like this. So, like, for example, if Brune is a warrior and Heavy Armor Knight, let's say, is a tank or whatever. If Heavy Armor Knight attacked Brune with, let's say, like 25 power, and Brune got like 15 on his defense, then basically 15 of that 25 is blocked. So then he would take 10 damage, and his 40 health would go down to 30. So that's basically how the health works. I was originally, like, for the original way to play MatchBattlers, I was thinking of doing it that way, but I ended up doing, like, the, where every battler has 3 health and stuff like that, so. I mean, both ways are cool, but this way is definitely, I would say, a bit more, cooler, I guess. But, I'll get the treasuries later, because I was just gonna bring that up, but, I should probably talk about the ability first. So, the warrior class, every single class, they have an ability, but it's all different. And this is where the summary comes in. So basically, which also, I don't really know if I'm actually going to be keeping this summary. I might replace it for a stat thing. But anyway, so the ability of the warrior. Now, this ability is on for the entire game. You don't have to do anything. This is just an instant ability that this battler gains because of the class. So, if this battler's power is greater than its previous power, basically, like whenever it last rolled or whatever, plus 3 power to its next attack. If the boosted attack succeeds, it does 5 more damage. So, pretty good. And then onto the streak part. If the attack did more than 18 damage, plus 3 power when defending until your next turn. So, like the summary says, with the warrior class, if you get like a good streak going, you roll, and it's better than your previous power, and the attack hits, and you deal damage. If it's over 18 damage, you get this boost, and all that good stuff. So, I mean, this is it right now. I actually have not tested any of these. I just printed them out. I'm going to be using these as, like, the testing cards. But, it's pretty good. But some of these are definitely going to be either getting nerfed or buffed, 100%. But yeah. So far the warrior is pretty good, and it does have pretty good stat gain too. So that's the warrior class, and then the tank class, the ability is if this battler does not attack, +2 power when defending until your next turn. So a little bit of defense right there. And that second part is that if this battler's defense wins, +3 power to its next attack. And that's where the counter attack comes in. And it also adds 6 defense, which is actually crazy. So I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. Oh, the battler effects. You know, like the battler effect card. If your battler doesn't attack, it chooses one of the effects. That would still be in this, so you can actually even boost your battlers more. But anyway, so Rogue, this one's my favorite. This one adds the most amount of attack to add 6, but it only adds 1 defense. He only has 30 health, so his defense is pretty bad. But ability. So if this battler has half or less than half its health, +2 +2 power when attacking from now on. So basically, if he reaches half, he has more power for, however long. I don't know if I'm going to be changing it where if he, until he heals back up or whatever. But anyway, then the second part is if this battler takes more than 15 damage in a single turn, then -4 power to an enemy's next attack and +2 power to this battler's next attack. So yeah, the rogue is just pure power. It's just all attack assassination. So it's actually pretty deadly. This one is definitely going to be getting nerfed because the power gain, it's crazy with the rogue. So anyway, then we have the sorcerer. This is where the treasuries come in and everything. So this battler can have 2 battler effects if it has 15 or less health, and then support cannot be used as a second battler effect because that's like basically like a disciple, which we'll get to that one in a little bit. But whenever this battler does more than 10 damage to an enemy, +1 gold. So sorcerer is good for treasuries, which I have not explained yet, but I'll get to it later. Anyway, then we have the marksman. Pretty good. Also, they all have these symbols. I think the marksman symbol's pretty fitting for it. But if this battler's total power is 18 or less, you can choose to re-roll a brand new power. This can only happen once a turn. And then if this battler did 5 or less damage to an enemy battler, roll 2 dice, add their total together. The enemy battler takes that much damage. So the marksman, I feel like, is definitely like a fun class to use because of the second part, but also because it makes like your weak rolls, your bad RNG, into good stuff. So marksman's definitely a reliable one. And then we have disciple. So if this battler does not attack, +3 power to another battler, which is like almost a free support effect. And then if a battler has less than half its health, that battler has +3 power when defending until your next turn. So disciple is just like a really good like team help one. It's kind of funny though, is like it's a team help one, but the reason why I made it so you can't use support twice or whatever, because it can have 2 battler effects if with this ability, because it would basically just become the disciple, but like literally better. So that's why I put that little nerf onto the sorcerer. But yeah, anyway, let's get to the treasures real quick, and I'll probably end this video because it's getting pretty long. So treasuries are actually, this is really easy to explain, but basically it's going to be a card kind of like this. It's just going to have like a list of things that you can purchase using gold. Like if you know what the battle effects card looks like, imagine that, but it's called treasuries, and it has like a bunch of things that you can purchase, almost like a shop, like a menu, like in a video game or whatever, and you're able to spend gold on that. But the way you get gold is the points of the battlers, so this is where the points come in. So basically, if Brune were to deal damage to Heavy Armor Knight, if my battler dealt damage to that, I would get 3 gold off of him, and then I can use that in the treasury shop, and I can buy boosts. Now, the boosts that you can buy would basically be like power boosts, defense boosts. There'll be health gain ones. This is why treasuries are useful, is because you actually would be able to heal your battler's health, which is actually very important, especially for the rogue and the marksman, because they have low health. But yeah, there'll be that, and then there'll probably be another one, maybe one that does more damage. So like basically, if this battler's next attack lands, it does like 5 or 4 more damage to the enemy battler. You know, stuff like that. Basically, just useful boosts. And then I'm also thinking of making it where there's actually another way to get gold. Maybe you'll just get 1 gold every turn, or maybe there'll be kind of like another way where you're able to like search stuff. I don't really know. I haven't really thought too much into it because I've mainly been doing this right here. I haven't really been thinking about the other way, because I'm not making it into a board game. If it was a board game, I would make it where like you're able to move your character and like search like a dungeon or like whatever. But I'm not making it into a board game. I'm just gonna keep like the tabletop card game one, or tabletop card game way, because if it was a board game, I can't really like put it onto untap, and I want it to be like on untap and everything, because I'm not really sure what's going on with the game crafters. So, well, me and the game crafters, so I don't really know. But also because I want to play it with people online, so I'm trying to avoid that. But anyway, so that is my idea. So there's classes, which there might be a bit more, and these ones are definitely be getting nerfed or buffed. And that's so far what I have. I feel like this is actually like really cool though. I feel like this fits it pretty well. On like I said before, because before kind of like an issue is that the battlers are like super similar, but now with these classes you can have like a marksman, heavy armor knight, or whatever, disciple, what am I talking about? A rogue, George the Rogue. Come on now. Then you can have a warrior, Brune Orc soldier, because he's a soldier. But you know, of course, if both of these were a rogue, they technically would be like the same battler, you know, but that's always there. Sorry, I just had a little bit of a storage problem. But basically what I was saying is that if these both had the same class and everything, they technically would be the same battler because of the same point value, and they would have the same class. So, yeah, but that was always there since the beginning of MatchBattlers, you know. It's just a thing that the game has. It's like its little curse. But yeah, it's always going to be there, because I was actually originally thinking of doing like a levels idea, where basically you can actually upgrade your battler, and it would actually stay at that strength, like outside of the game and everything like that. But that's only a video game thing. They can't really work in stuff like this, and you know, because you can easily like lie and all that stuff. And I was also trying to actually avoid, I guess, like Dungeons and Dragons like things, because I was thinking of like a board game, and then I thought of these classes, and I was like, this is like kind of similar to like Dungeons and Dragons, I guess. But I'm not doing the board game anymore, and I'm doing kind of like the tabletop card game and everything. You know, I'm keeping on that track and everything like that. But I kind of forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So like, comment, subscribe to see more. Comment what you guys think about this. Also, comment what your favorite classes. Mine's Rogue, but another good one is the Sorcerer class, too. Another good one is the Warrior. Warrior's pretty good. Marksman's amazing, too. Tank is pretty good. Disciple, I mean, you don't want to mess with this guy.